What would you do if you found out your mom and dad went to hell? Wouldn't that just ruin the rest of your life? You'd be walking around, they taught me everything I know. I even look like them. Of course, my mom would drive the devil crazy if she ever went to hell. She'd spend eternity going, something's burning. I can smell it!
With show business and entertainment, it is an industry so rampant with corruption and dishonesty and nepotism that you could be completely fucking unfunny and talentless and still make a huge career for yourself. So when someone comes along with even a small measure of genuine talent, if they play their cards right, the sky's the limit. Comedy genius Keenan Ivory Wayans saw the potential that Jim Carrey possessed to present it to a largely black audience on his groundbreaking show In Living Color. Wayans was able to successfully take a failed actor and comedian and convert him into one of the premier entertainers of the 1990s. The money, power, and fame that Jim Carrey had always wanted was finally his, and he embraced every moment of it. Because in the back of his mind, Jim knew his ride on the top was going to be for a limited time, because he knew he didn't truly possess the talents that a true comedian had. You see, Jim knew he wasn't a genuine comedian whose act was going to withstand the test of time. He knew he was more like a one-hit wonder, somebody that can make people laugh for a minute, like the class clown. But it was a limited act. Jim realized his own limitations early on in the entertainment field. But the taste of money, power, drugs, fame, fortune, and women was something he liked, something he wasn't going to give up. Jim wanted it all, and he was going to have it, no matter the cost. No matter who had to be destroyed, no matter what talent had to be never discovered in order for him to maintain his piece of pie. No matter how much genuine talent would never see the light of day, like an aging beauty queen refusing to relinquish her crown. Carrey somehow stayed on top and stayed relevant, despite the fact no one found him funny anymore. Jim would stop at nothing. Jim would literally do anything necessary to stay on top. But the thing that Jim loved most from his spot on the top was girls. Young girls. And Jim's desire for young flesh is something that would come at an extremely high price. Rumors and allegations of the thing that Jim was doing with these young girls was largely suppressed by his PR team and his sympathetic media. But word was getting out. Because these rumors and allegations turned out to be more than fucking true when it all came out. And people realized the sick, disgusting, and depraved conditions that Jim Carrey was subjecting women to. To Jim, when he meet these young, naive, impressionable, starstruck women, it became a process. A sick, depraved process. It was an act he had mastered. You see, to Jim, these women, they wasn't people. They was more like objects, like parts to a machine, something to be used and then thrown away. But one day, it would all come crashing down because the sick, depraved, sociopathic, predator-like lifestyle that Jim Carrey enjoyed for so long was coming out in the open. The suicide of Cathriona White was the event that finally shed light on the disgusting and depraved lifestyle that Jim Carrey enjoyed. Because the death of this young woman, a woman who was less than half the age of Carrey, was something they couldn't just sweep under the rug. Not this time. This woman's life was completely and utterly destroyed by Jim Carrey. And he knew damn well what he was doing. Because Jim never exposed to her, he never revealed to her the extremely depraved and reckless lifestyle that he'd been living for so fucking long. And she had to pay the price for that. You see, the years of Jim living an alternative lifestyle and the reckless things that he engaged in, Jim had caught himself a whole slew of STDs. Herpes, hepatitis, chlamydia, gonorrhea, and many, many more. He was a walking fucking petri dish. Do you think Jim warned her? Do you think Jim told her that sleeping with him could be a life-destroying decision? No. He didn't say a fucking thing. Jim didn't make any attempts to protect this girl from the disastrous consequences of his lifestyle. You see, Jim wanted to get that nut, and Jim didn't like the way them condoms felt. You think Jim wore condoms? It's like I said, these wasn't people to him. They was just objects. Some to use and throw away. And when she discovered this, that she had contracted not one, not two, but 3 devastating sexually transmitted diseases from him, what do you think he did to react to it? Like any appliance that don't work right no more, he threw her ass out. He threw her out of her spot. He got rid of her. Jim had already moved on to his next victim. He'd already forgotten about her. But things was gonna be different this time. And people was gonna notice. And people would know her name.
Cathriona White, born September 14th, 1985, died October 10th, 2015.
What's really beyond the pale though is when that creepy perverted motherfucker went to that girl's funeral after she killed herself. Her family did not want him there, but Jim has been living in this bubble of disillusion for so long. He thinks his presence is so valuable and important that it would bring some meaning and closure to this family, but it was just the opposite. The shit that he said at her funeral was so dry, dribble fucking garbage. Utter disgrace.
Just flew in here last night from LA, and boy, my arm's tired. Why so glum? Did someone die? Captain's log, stardate 577. I'm at some girl's funeral. A eulogy I am speaking. A truly delicate Irish flower, to whom loving and being loved was all that mattered. Captain out. I can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power. No? No? Okay. I'll go right on to eulogy then. Tell you something.
Because it is an objective fucking fact that if she never came across that cold-blooded psychotic fucking predator, she'd still be alive to this day. He killed her. He literally killed her. He supplied her the drugs that she used to kill herself. I'm sure he was happy to do so. What's sad, this motherfucker's never gonna spend a day in jail for what he did. I tell you what though, if that was my daughter blood, he would not be breathing right now. Jim Carrey might be escaping justice for now, but I got a funny feeling it's gonna catch up to him one day. And it's definitely gonna in the afterlife, because you gonna burn in hell, player. You gonna burn in hell for eternity, Jim. You gonna be on your knees, pleasuring Satan blood for the sick shit you did in your life. You're a fucking disgrace. You gonna burn in hell.